You might think that having a loving family is all you need to feel secure and happy after 60, but did you know that recent research suggests there are 6 forms of support that can actually be more reliable and empowering than even the closest family relationships? If you've ever worried about being a burden on your children, or wondered who will truly stand by your side when you need help most, you'll want to stay until the end. You'll discover 6 powerful pillars that can give you the independence, dignity, and confidence to thrive in your later years, no matter what happens with family dynamics. Have you ever noticed how the traditional idea of aging, where family takes care of everything, doesn't always match reality? As you know, it's not always easy when adult children are stretched thin with their own careers, mortgages, and families. Are you sometimes hesitant to ask for help because you don't want to add to their stress? Here's what experts in aging and psychology have discovered. True stability and happiness after 60 comes from building what researchers call diversified pillars of strength, internal foundations that give you choices and freedom rather than dependence. Studies show that older adults who cultivate these 6 specific areas report higher life satisfaction, better mental health, and, ironically, stronger family relationships because there's less pressure and more genuine connection. Let's start with the first pillar that can truly transform your sense of security: your financial foundation. Have you checked your financial habits lately? Are you relying too heavily on the assumption that your children will help if something goes wrong? Here's what financial experts specializing in retirement planning want you to know. Even the most loving adult children can face unexpected job losses, medical bills, or economic downturns that make helping financially impossible. Do you notice this pattern, waiting to make financial decisions because you assume family will step in? Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that older adults with emergency funds and clear budgets report 40% less anxiety about the future compared to those without financial planning. Could you see yourself taking one small step this week toward financial independence? This doesn't mean you need to become wealthy. It means having enough saved for emergencies, understanding your monthly expenses, and knowing exactly what your income sources are. Are you doing this already? If so, you're ahead of many people your age. If not, would you consider starting with just tracking your expenses for 1 week? Sometimes the first step is simply knowing where your money goes. The gentle truth is this: when you have financial clarity and some savings, you make decisions from choice, not desperation. Have you experienced that feeling of relief when you know you can handle an unexpected expense on your own? The second pillar that experts say trumps family support is your physical health foundation. Is this something you've experienced, feeling like you need to ask for help with tasks that used to be simple? Studies from Johns Hopkins show that maintaining basic physical independence through regular movement, proper nutrition, and preventive health care reduces the need for family caregiving by up to 60%. Are you doing this consistently? Do you move your body regularly, even if it's just a 10-minute walk? Have you been keeping up with your doctor visits and health screenings? Here's what geriatric specialists want you to understand. Your physical independence isn't just about you, it's actually a gift to your family. When you prioritize your health, you reduce their worry and give them permission to live their own lives fully. Could you try adding one small health habit this week? Would you consider taking the stairs when possible, or adding 5 minutes of stretching to your morning routine? Have you tried planning your meals ahead of time to ensure you're getting proper nutrition? The research is clear. Older adults who maintain their physical capabilities through simple, consistent habits report feeling more confident and less anxious about aging. Do you notice how much better you feel mentally when your body feels strong and capable? If this sounds familiar to you, if you've been thinking about taking better care of your physical health, let me know in the comments. Share one small step you're willing to try this week. I read every comment and love hearing about your health journey. The third pillar might surprise you: building social connections completely separate from your family. Have you ever noticed how much pressure it puts on family relationships when they're your only source of social interaction? Loneliness researchers have discovered something fascinating. Older adults with diverse social networks, including friends, community groups, and acquaintances, actually have stronger family bonds because there's less emotional weight on each relationship. Are you waiting for calls that don't come as often as you'd like? Do you find yourself feeling disappointed when family members are too busy to visit? Here's what social psychologists recommend: building what they call chosen family, friends and community connections that you actively cultivate. Could you see yourself reaching out to one old friend this week? Have you considered joining a local group, volunteering somewhere that matters to you, or taking a class where you might meet like-minded people? Studies show that older adults with at least 3 regular social interactions outside their family have better cognitive function and live longer than those who rely solely on family for companionship. Is this part of your weekly routine, having regular contact with friends or community members? The beautiful thing about chosen relationships is that they're based on mutual interest and enjoyment, not obligation. Have you experienced the joy of spending time with someone simply because you both choose to be there? Would you consider this as an option, reaching out to one person this week who shares an interest with you? It could be as simple as calling an old friend or introducing yourself to a neighbor. The fourth pillar that research shows can be more sustaining than family support is having a clear sense of purpose. Have you experienced this after retirement, feeling like you've lost your identity or wondering what your role is now? Studies from Harvard's study of adult development show that people with a strong sense of purpose live an average of 7 years longer and report much higher levels of happiness. Do you notice this pattern in your days? Feeling bored, emotionally numb, or aimless without the structure of work or active parenting? Here's what gerontologists have discovered. Purpose doesn't have to be grand. It can be mentoring someone, volunteering for a cause you care about, pursuing a hobby with dedication, or even something as simple as tending a garden that brings you joy. Are you doing something regularly that makes you feel needed and valuable? Could you try exploring what brings you energy rather than drains it? Have you considered what wisdom or skills you have that others might benefit from? The research is compelling. Older adults who volunteer just 2 hours per week show improved cognitive function and reduced depression. But purpose doesn't have to mean helping others. It could be mastering a craft, learning something new, or creating something beautiful. Would you consider this? Spending 10 minutes this week thinking about what activities make you lose track of time. What did you love doing before life got so busy? Could you see yourself dedicating even 1 hour a week to something that genuinely excites you? The fifth pillar is what psychologists call emotional resilience, your ability to navigate life's inevitable challenges without being overwhelmed. Have you noticed that as you age, losses become more frequent? Friends move away, health issues arise, roles change. Family members, even loving ones, can't shield you from grief or help you process every difficult emotion you experience. Are you equipped with tools to handle overwhelming feelings like grief, disappointment, or fear? Studies show that older adults who develop emotional coping strategies, whether through support groups, journaling, therapy, or spiritual practices, maintain better mental health regardless of external circumstances. Do you have ways to work through difficult emotions that don't rely on others being available? Could you try writing down your thoughts when you feel overwhelmed? Or would you consider joining a support group for people facing similar challenges? Here's what trauma-informed therapists want you to know. It's never too late to learn new emotional skills. Have you tried meditation, even for just 5 minutes a day? Would you consider talking to a counselor who specializes in life transitions for older adults? The beautiful truth is that emotional resilience actually improves with age when you actively cultivate it. Your life experience gives you wisdom that younger people don't have. You just need tools to access that wisdom when emotions feel overwhelming. The sixth and final pillar is adaptability, your willingness to embrace change and learn new things. Have you noticed resistance creeping in when it comes to new technology, changed routines, or unfamiliar experiences? Here's what neuroscientists studying aging have discovered. Your brain remains capable of forming new neural pathways throughout your life, but only if you challenge it with novel experiences. Are you staying mentally flexible, or do you find yourself saying, "I'm too old to learn that"? Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that older adults who regularly try new activities, whether it's learning technology, taking up a new hobby, or changing their daily routines, have significantly lower rates of cognitive decline. Could you see yourself trying one new thing this month? It doesn't have to be dramatic. Have you considered learning to use a new app that could connect you with friends, trying a different grocery store, or taking a class in something you've always been curious about? The key isn't becoming a technology expert or completely reinventing yourself. It's maintaining what researchers call cognitive flexibility, the ability to adapt when circumstances change. Would you consider this gentle challenge? Identify one small change you could make to your routine this week. Maybe it's taking a different route on your walk, trying a new recipe, or calling someone you haven't spoken to in a while. Studies show that people who stay adaptable report feeling younger and more optimistic about their future. Do you notice how good it feels when you successfully learn something new or handle an unexpected situation? Now, here's the empowering truth about these 6 pillars. They're not luxuries or nice-to-haves. They're essential foundations that you can actively build, starting today. Have you been thinking that you need your family's permission or help to work on these areas? The beautiful thing is that each of these pillars is completely within your control. You don't need anyone else to approve your financial planning, your health habits, your social connections, your sense of purpose, your emotional growth, or your willingness to try new things. Could you choose just one pillar to focus on this week? Are you drawn to reconnecting with old friends, starting a simple exercise routine, or exploring what gives your life meaning? Here's what successful aging looks like according to researchers. It's not about being problem-free or never needing help. It's about having choices and feeling confident in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Comment "I'm in" below if you're ready to start strengthening these pillars in your own life. Which of the 6 resonates most with you right now? I'd love to hear which one you're going to focus on first. As we wrap up, remember this research-backed truth. The strongest support system you can have after 60 is the one you've built within yourself and around yourself through intentional choices. This doesn't mean you love your family any less or that you don't value their support. It means you're giving everyone, including yourself, the gift of relationships based on love and choice rather than fear and dependency. When you have financial stability, physical health, social connections, purpose, emotional resilience, and adaptability, something magical happens. You stop worrying about being a burden and start enjoying being fully yourself. Have you ever noticed how much more relaxed family gatherings are when everyone feels secure and independent? That's the gift these 6 pillars give, not just to you, but to everyone who loves you. Studies consistently show that older adults who cultivate these foundations report higher life satisfaction than those who rely primarily on family support. More importantly, they maintain their dignity, their sense of self, and their ability to contribute meaningfully to others' lives. You have everything you need to start building these pillars today. Your age isn't a limitation, it's an advantage. You have wisdom, experience, and the freedom to make choices based on what truly matters to you. If you're still with me and feeling inspired to take action, comment "Feeling my best" below and hit that subscribe button for more gentle, science-backed guidance on thriving after 60. Let's support each other in building lives we love, regardless of our age. Your journey toward independence and fulfillment matters, and I'm here to help every step of the way. Remember, if these 6 pillars are strong, you will never feel completely alone. You'll feel ready, secure, and excited about what's ahead.